Hello again, just messing around with World Without Love. One of only two Lennon McCartney tunes in the 60s that went to #1 in the US, and it wasn't done by the Beatles. The other one happens to be Elton John, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Elton John, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, 1974, made it to the top of the charts. Yeah, World Without Love, it's a nice tune. Vic Flick, great name for a guitar player, Vic Flick. He was the guitarist on the Peter and Gordon version. McCartney's would-be future brother-in-law, Peter Asher, brother of Jane Asher. McCartney was living in their house. They were wealthy people. The father was something in the medical field, and the mother was an oboe teacher, and she had actually taught George Martin, Beatle producer George Martin, the oboe when he was younger. Let's take a look. I have it in E flat only because that's the key that it is in this book. Let's just look at an intro. I'm going to be on an E flat major 7. It's straight out of the book. I'm just basically copying the piano music that they have there. So we're playing an E flat major 7. First, the root is on the 5th, and then we're going to alternate to the 5th string, and then we're going to alternate to the 5th of the chord, which is the B flat. So it's going to be, and then just a little octave run, and the notes are C, B flat, G, F, and then we're into our vocal melody, which is going to be again the E flat major 7, all the way through to the first string to catch the B flat melody note. Now we're going to come up and we're going to do this, which is basically, it's actually we don't need the ring finger. So yeah, let's start here with the vocal melody, and we're just going to do this, which is an E flat 6/9. Down, landing on a G7, stock G7 with the root on the 6th string. C minor 7, C minor 7. Okay, and then this is the C minor 7 with the 3rd on top. This is actually, okay, let me back it up again. Beginning of the vocal melody. Play the G again on the 1st string, changing to a C minor 7, C minor 7. So after we play this E flat major 7 here, I should be saying the lyrics. So please lock me away and don't allow the day here inside where I, so where I is going to be on the 1st string, C to B flat. We've got, some of the movements here are quite awkward. If you find better voicings, better fingerings, please let me know, because I'm having a hard time. But yeah, okay. One more time, vocal melody. C minor 7, E flat major 7. Now what this is, I'm barring across the 6 strings. I've got pinky 2nd string, middle finger, and ring finger on the 4th string. With my loneliness. I'm keeping the chord E flat major 7 and just, okay, now F minor 7, F minor 7. Now we've got B flat 7, okay, that's a little tricky. F minor 7, F minor 7 here. Now we've got B flat 7. Now this is actually, I'm barring with the ring finger on the first 2 strings, 8th fret. It's actually this, it's a B flat 9/13. Okay, one more time from the F minor. B flat 9/13. Land on the G 2nd string, which is the high note in the E flat major 7 chord. Okay, now we've got B major, B flat 7. We're going to go back and repeat that A section. I'm going to try to minimize the talking. Here we go. One here is, what we're doing is, so we're borrowing with the 1st string, but you can't play the 5th string. So what I'm doing is picking the 6th and then picking the first 4. Again, the same as before. B flat 7, B flat 9/13. You know, this is, but it's quicker if I don't grab the bass note, so I'm kind of just doing it this way. Now the E flat major 7 turns into an E flat dominant 7. So E flat dominant 7 going to like a, whatever this is. It's you can think of it as an A7 flat 5. You could also think of it as an E flat 7 flat 5. And then we land on the middle section, So I Wait, and In a While. This is an A flat minor 7. So A flat minor 7, of course, is here, you know. The only finger pressing down is this one, you know. But we've got the F note on the 2nd string. This is super awkward. Okay, so the melody is doing, So I wait and in a while. And of course the chord is, So I wait and in a while. Again, if you can find a better way, please let me know, because sometimes I'll stumble upon something and say, why the hell didn't I think of that in the first place? But anyway, if you find something, send it along. So all I'm doing here is, I've got the A flat minor 7, and I got the pinky down on this F 6th fret, 2nd string. And then I'm just playing the first 3. Now we move back to the E flat major 7. Now we're going to go to this F minor 7. So it's just, first it's this F minor 7 with the A flat on the 1st string. Then the other F minor 7. And then this is nice. 11, 12, 11. So what it is it's a, what is that, a D, D flat, C, B. It's a B, Yeah, so it's a little D shape, B chord. If we try to grab this, we're never going to get it. So we have back to the B flat 7. And then we're back for our final A section. Then, it's a very strange ending. I've had 10 Years Gone, the old Zeppelin tune from the 70s, on the brain lately. I've been watching videos about it and learning it. So I learned pretty much the whole song, and I just threw that in. So the song again is in the key of E flat. Originally I had an ending where we, here's an alternate ending for you. So yeah. I won't stay in a world without love. So you could either do the, I just like ending on the 4 chord. All right, let's walk through it again. And then what's next? Yeah, it's here. F minor 7. Our little B triad. Or alternatively, anyway, Roll Without Love, Lennon and McCartney, 1964. Big hit, #1 hit in the US. Peter and Gordon. Vic Flick was the original guitar player. I didn't do any of the Vic Flick stuff because I didn't have time. I would have to learn it. And also, it sounds like you might be using a 12-string. I don't have a 12-string. And if you try to do octaves, if you try to do the octaves on a standard guitar, it could be a mess. Anyway, let me know if you have any questions or comments. Hopefully you like the tune. I always like the tune. And there's a cool Beatle version, which I posted yesterday on my guitar players group on Facebook. It's so cool to hear McCartney, Lennon, and the group do this tune. McCartney wrote it in 1958, age of 16. It's kind of amazing in itself. And he felt, in the subsequent years, he felt it wasn't good enough for the Beatles to release. So he handed it to his future would-be, supposed, never did happen, brother-in-law, Peter Asher. Peter Asher went on to, of course, become a manager and an agent for people like James Taylor and Linda Ronstadt, pretty sure. He was big in California in like the Eagles era, the 70s. He's still around. And he's got a cool book out too. I think the book, something to do with what's the title? Something like A to Z with the Beatles, or an alphabetical guide to the Beatles, and he'll actually take A and put like, you know, I don't know. Well, let's just say he'll take E, like E, Epstein, Brian Epstein, or B, Brian Epstein, and he'll just have little vignettes all the way through the alphabet. It's kind of a cool book. It's kind of fun. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you being with me. Throw me a like if you found it mildly amusing or diverting in any way. And subscribe if you haven't. I've got a ton of solo guitar stuff, a bunch of stuff on improvising and chord voices and so on and so forth. Anyway, keep playing, keep the music going, and have a great day. See you next time.